Hey guys, Peyton Snakeback here, but again for another DVD and Blu-ray update for you guys today. Got some good stuff here to talk to you guys about. 13 movies here to review, 7 Blu-rays and 6 DVDs. Now, as you guys can tell, I am actually using my iPad to make this video because for some reason, I don't know why, but I can't make a video on this phone anymore. Keep saying I have too much in my storage, so I don't know how to clean that up. If you guys know how, let me know down below if you guys know how, because I really want to make videos on this thing again, but I don't know how to fix it, because I'm not that tech savvy, you know. I mean, I'm a tech savvy, but I'm not that, you know, much of a tech savvy. So but like I said, I got 13 things I want to talk to you guys about, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? The first one here I got, this is from Vinegar Syndrome. Now this movie right here, I heard about this movie before. It's not like a perfect slasher movie, but you know, I really like it though. But this is a movie called MADMAN here on Blu-ray. Now this movie here it's a slasher movie that basically takes place at this camp. And oh, and by the way too, if you guys want to know, yes, it does have reverse artwork on here. Yeah. But basically the movie takes place at this camp, and it starts off with these kids telling like these sorry, but it takes place and it has to do with these kids. They're talking about this legend about this man named I think, what's his name, Madman Mars, who one night killed people with this axe and you know, chopping people's heads off and stuff. And of course, at the camp, you know, the kids are going to go to sleep. You know, it takes place all at night. And of course, you know, people are starting to die one by one. Of course, it's Madman Mars doing all these murders. And, you know, I gotta say, the gore, it was so gory in, on this movie. Because, like, probably one of the most intense gores in a 80s slasher movie. Because, I mean, there really wasn't that much gore for 80s movies. I mean, I can't really think of any, really. This is by far one of the goriest ones that there was. But this was made in 1981. So pretty good gore effects in this. Which I know the Friday the 13th movies and stuff, I know those are gory, but I mean, they weren't like going to like intense gore, you know. But like I said, this movie it's not perfect or anything, but you know, I really did like this one. But you get a lot of special features on here. It includes a new video interviews, some commentary, some behind-the-scenes looks, still gallery, TV spots, original theatrical trailer, some pretty cool special features on here. Gotta take a drink because my throat is getting itchy. There's no way to pause this thing, so I can't really edit this thing out. Alright, the next one here I got. This one I'm not gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna give it to my mom, because you know, these were recommendations. I watched them. I didn't care for them. I don't know why, but I just didn't. I just got really bored with it. But this is because you know, the second movie just came out the Blu-ray not too long ago. But these are both the Addams Family movies. You know, Addams Family and the Addams Family Values. This is one I got at Walmart for like $12.96. Again, I know there was like a bunch of like spin-offs to this, and the latest thing that they did was, you know, the animated movie that's in theaters right now. But you know, no special features on here. I don't know. This one, this wasn't my cup of tea. I don't know. This next one here, however, was my cup of tea. And I really did enjoy this movie. And this is one of those movies I could just watch over and over and over again. That's how much I love this movie. And I have to say, this next one here, is probably one of the best ones for 2019, by far. But this is the new, I guess you can consider this one a disaster movie, but this movie is called Crawl here on Blu-ray. This is the one I did get to see in theaters, and I was so impressed and happy with what they did with this movie. But mainly, it's basically about this girl who you know, there's this hurricane coming, this terrible hurricane. I don't know where it takes place at, like what. Oh, Florida. It takes place in Florida, and this there's this hurricane that's coming, and this girl was trying to find her father. And of course, she finds him in I think it was like in the house that he's working at, because he's like he's a construction worker in the movie basically. But she finds him in like, well, I don't know what kind of room it was. I don't know if it was like a crawl space or whatever, but you know, she finds him in this it's like kind of like basement or something, and you know, he's hurt real bad. He's bitten right here on the shoulder, and of course, as she gets ready to get him out of there, an alligator comes, and you know, they're surrounded by these alligators they're trying to attack them, and you know, these wild, like horrific alligators, and you know, the movie gets intense. They're trying to find a way how to get out of there and be safe and try to survive all of them, and of course, you know, they have to protect her, because the girl brings her dog with her as well. But I have to say, I really love this movie. You know, so intense and really well done. It was kind of like another movie I really liked as well, Don't Breathe. That one was also a pretty good one. But this one, I mean, man, this was so intense and really well done. I was really impressed when I saw this in the theaters. I thought this movie was really well done. Like I said, probably one of my favorite ones of 2019 so far. So, I mean, but highly, highly recommend this one. Because when I first saw the trailer of this, I was not really thinking it was going to be all that good. But I went and seen it. It was really good. I was so impressed how good this movie was. You know, definitely, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Because it's really worth watching. Really, really love this one. Alright, the next one here. This one I am getting rid of. I heard a lot of bad things about this movie. This also has the theatrical and uncut version as well. But this one, everyone says it's bad. They're right, it is bad. But this is called The Bye Bye Man here on Blu-ray. And of course, you know, it's that thing where about the Bye Bye Man bullshit. I don't know what it's called. But of course, the only thing I did like about this was the intro. That was the only thing I liked about it. But the intro, it starts off with, it takes place in 1960... That was my phone, sorry. But it takes place in 1969. And it has to do with, it starts off with his father. He's like, killing people, killing his family, and he kills these neighbors. And he ends up dying, and, he commits suicide, of course. And it's like, and it then goes to modern day time, you know. These three kids end up buying the house that these three college kids buy the house that you know, where these murders took place. And of course, they're finding weird stuff in the house. One kid finds a book in the house and says, "Don't think it, don't say it." And basically, if you think about the Bye Bye Man, or if you say the Bye Bye Man, you get killed. Basically, that's pretty much all it was. But I don't know. This one was so weird, and I don't know, I just did not like this one. I got this at Big Lots for $5, so that's pretty much why I got it. Because, I mean, it was only $5, so, I mean, you know, it wasn't all that good. Alright, this next one here, I remember seeing this one years ago, and I was so happy to rewatch this one again. Because I know, of course, you know, this was based off the book, the kid's book. I don't know when the book was made. I'm pretty sure it was right before I was even born. I remember hearing about the book when, in 2003, I was like 6, I think. I was listening to an audiobook about this, from the book, of this movie. And this movie released back in 2009, and it came out to DVD and Blu-ray in 2010. But this is the movie Where the Wild Things Are here on Blu-ray. And basically it has to do with this, and it was so different than from the book, you know. But it has to do with this kid named Max. He's like this wild, like, hyper kid, basically. You know, he always wants to be, I think, wild. Or one night, his mom brings over this boyfriend, and, you know, he starts acting up, and, you know, him and his mom get into a fight, and he runs away, and he goes into the woods, and he finds his boat. He goes on the boat, and of course, goes on this island, and on this island, of course, it's these monsters, and these monsters think that he's some kind of, like, king, because they're like, who is that? I've never seen anything like this. You know, they never seen a human at all. But I don't know, I really do like this movie. You know, it doesn't bring as much memories from when I first saw it, but I like it. This is probably one of the probably a cool movie, I think, in my opinion. Like I said, it's not perfect, or, I mean, it is a movie I will definitely keep, because it it is pretty decent. And, Catherine O'Hara plays one of the monsters in this, who was, the mom in Home Alone, and, she did an episode of, Tales from the Crypt, and, Monster House. But I really did like it rewatching this one, though. This next one here was a recommendation, and I watched it. And this is the M Night Shyamalan movie, and I really like M Night Shyamalan's movies. He always has these great twists to him, and this was actually my first watch. I really like this one. It has a great twist, of course, because M Night Shyamalan is famous for movies with great twists to it. I think this is one of his earliest movies. This was released in 1999, but this is the movie The Sixth Sense, of course. And of course, it stars Bruce Willis and what's his name, Harry Joel Osment. Which he did a Disney movie that no one talks about. I hadn't heard anyone mention this one Disney movie that he was in. I don't know why, but hopefully it gets released from the Disney Movie Club. But it's a movie called Country Bears. No one mentions that one a lot. I don't know why. Well, I hadn't heard anyone mention that one at all. But everyone knows this movie, of course. But this is about this kid. He can see dead people. He can talk to dead people and stuff. But everyone knows this movie. If you guys haven't seen it, you know what it is. I didn't until I watched it. Alright, the last one here I got, this is the one I got from the $5 bin in Walmart. Because I know when this came out, there was a lot of popularity going on. All the kids wanted to see this. All the kids were talking about it. I wanted to see what it was. And, for a movie, it was good. It's not one of those movies I would watch again. But, it's a decent movie. This is one I am going to get rid of. But I did kind of like it, though. And, of course, when I watched this, I was thinking about the spoof they did for Scary Movie 5. But this is the movie Mama here on Blu-ray. It, of course, has to do with these... it starts off with... I think it was like the father... Like, something... The father does something, and he takes his two kids to this cabin in the woods, and he keeps them there. And of course, something happens to the father. Something kills him, and of course, after all these years, these kids are missing. They're reported missing, and no one can find these kids anywhere. And years later, these hunters are in the woods, and they discover the cabin. They go in the cabin, and they find the kids. Of course, then they report it, and they take him to this kind of like building. I don't know, just like hospital, and they take him to his they had the uncle raised him, and of course when they go to their home, crazy things are starting to happen. They keep mentioning someone named Mama. They don't know who that is, and weird stuff happens. I don't know. I mean, this movie was an okay movie. It's not, like I said, it's not something I would rewatch again. But, I mean, I don't know. This one was okay. Didn't think it was that bad. It kept reminding me of that spoof movie, the Scary Movie 5, when that released. Alright, now on to the DVDs. The first one on DVD I got, now this is one I've been wanting to see since I heard it was coming out. Well, Eli Roth didn't direct this one, he produced this one. And this is not on Blu-ray as far as I know. This is a movie called Haunt here on DVD. I really like this one. This has to do with a group of these teens who are they're all dressed up for Halloween night, and they get kicked out of this bar, and they get ready to go home. But as they get ready to go home, they come across the sign. And I think it says haunted house down that way, and they go there, of course, and there's like these people dressed up in these like costumes, like these people right here, and they go into this like fun house, and of course, they go in, everything you know, of course, it's fake to them, but of course, it's actually real. Like people, like the death stuff in like the haunted house, like the fun houses. Um, you know what I mean, what I'm trying to say. They go in, you know, they see someone get killed in that fun house. They're like, oh, it's just a joke. It's all fake, but of course, it's actually real. They're actually killing them all in there. But they go in there, and you know, of course, like these people in these costumes are trying to trap them and trying to kill them off one by one. And I mean, I gotta say, this was actually a really fun movie, a really cool one. I know this was in theaters, but it was only out there for a limited time. I kind of did want to go see it in theaters, but I never got to. I really kind of like this one. This one was actually pretty gory. But on here, it has some special features on here. You get a director's commentary and behind the scenes and the sound of haunt. I guess like some like the music and stuff. But really cool movie. Highly check this one out if you guys haven't seen it yet. Alright, the next one here I got. This one I watched a couple nights ago. And I thought this movie was really well done. Really cool with the gore. And the one guy from Fuller House is in this. The guy who plays Matt. I forgot what his last name was on the show, but this is a movie called The Drone here on DVD. And this has to do with like this guy. He was like this. I think he was like the serial killer. And he has this drone. The SWAT team, the cops invade his home. They come in his home and try to take him down. And he ends up getting electrocuted. And of course, ever since that happens, you know, of course, like his soul somehow gets inside the drone, and you know, the drone goes to this couple who just moved into this house, and of course, you know, the guy who plays Matt from Fuller House, the Fuller House guy, you know, he ends up finding the drone in his dumpster, and he thinks it was kind of weird that he just found it in the dumpster just like that, but he doesn't really think anything of it though, other than the fact that it was kind of weird he just found it just like that, you know. But at night the drone moves a lot by itself, and you know, weird stuff happens, like the drone by itself going on the internet trying to get the man in trouble, trying to get the Fuller House guy in trouble, and you know, just basically just fucking with him, basically. But I thought this movie was really well done, really gory too. I mean, and Rex Linn was in this, which, you know, he did CSI Miami. But I really did like this one. Special features you get is a commentary and making up the drone, and trailer gallery, and that's just about all you get. But really do like this one. Alright, the next two I got. These ones I ordered, and I think one of them I got on eBay, and the other one I believe, the other one I got on Amazon. I think I ordered it on that Prime thing. But this was Blue's Clues, Get to Know Joe, and Blue's Clues, Blue's Jobs here on DVD. I kind of wanted to rewatch some episodes because, you know, because that new upcoming show was coming out. I kind of did wanted to see that one, but I already did before rewatching some of these episodes, because it did come on. If you guys didn't know, it came on Vudu about a couple weeks ago. So you get like I said, you get the first 3 episodes review, and I did review them a couple of weeks ago. Thought it was really well done, really great throwbacks to this. Now I know, for one, surprisingly, this one right here is out of print. This goes, I cannot believe it goes up to like $50 for this thing. I got it for like $24. But this is one, you know, these episodes on here is when you know, Joe was coming, like has like the Joe's First Day episode, like, you know, when they go do the show and tell thing, and that's when you first see him. And then when they teach Joe how to play Blue's Clues, the Steve Goes to College episode, and you get one with just Joe in it. And then you get a bonus episode here, which is the 100th episode celebration. Yeah, but I cannot believe this thing went out of print, so I'm pretty glad I got it when I got the chance. The other one, of course, is Blues Jobs. You got 2 Steve episodes and 2 Joe episodes. Like, the one on here, you get the occupations episode, Blue goes to the doctor, mechanics, and plane store. I don't know. This is a show I think I'm just always going to watch, because it's, I've been watching it since I was 2. I'm so happy that it's coming back now. I'm so glad that the Steve and Joe character decided to come back and do those roles. And hopefully maybe they'll do some they're going to be doing all those cameos and special appearances more often on the show. Now, these last 2 here, now, a couple months ago, I bought that 1 DVD of the show, but I did get both of these at a, what do you call it, a 7-Eleven. I think they were like $2.99 each, I believe. But this is Reading Rainbow, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and Reading Rainbow, Miss Nelson is back. Both here on DVD. This is a show I used to watch back when it was on TV. It doesn't come on TV as much anymore, I don't think. And of course, everyone had to have seen it in school back in the day. It has to do with, I think, what's his name? LeVar Burton. Him going on these cool adventures and reading books and stuff to us. And, it was kind of like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood in a sort of a way. But of course, this show has to do with, like, reading and stuff. I've always kind of did like the show. I think only 3 DVDs of the show. I think that was all that was released. I'm not 100% sure, but I have to look that up, 'cause I'm pretty sure that was all that was released. But yep, that is Reading Rainbow here on DVD. So that is it for this DVD and Blu-ray update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.